So we've got some interesting information that's come out over the last few days about Black Ops 7, and it's kind of nuts, but it's also quite funny and ironic, so stick around, we're going to break it down. First thing is first, we've had, I'd say a leak, it's not really a leak, but we were talking about the wall running, the wall jumping, things like that, on the COD pod, whatever they want to call it. They have said that there is no such thing as wall running or jetpacks, and the game movement will be an evolution of Omni movement. Great. I mean, I personally hate Omni movement, but I mean, it's one of them again, innit, where we've all been told and leaks and stuff. I mean, here's my thing, right? Why was it in the code? That's a genuine question. Someone tell me, because my hunch is they actually intended to have the jetpack system and have all that stuff in there. Then the feedback went bad, and then they were like, yeah, no, let's change it and cancel it and pretend it doesn't exist. However, Ghost of Hope said that it's obviously wall jumping. That's why they can say it's not wall running. So if wall jumping's a thing, there's apparently Uplink coming back. Now look, Uplink was around during the jetpack era. One of the greatest game modes ever created, in my opinion. And I absolutely loved playing Uplink and watching it as well. If that's the case, it might be a little bit more viable to bring it back. I highly doubt it, because boots on the ground stuff doesn't really work. They tried it with Gridiron in World War II, and it was absolutely arse and awful. But, so, we're at the point now where we know that there's no advanced movement, whatever, okay? Great. Now we can at least know that the movement is going to be basically Black Ops 6, but an evolution. Now, if that means taking out tac sprint, that would be awesome, in a way, because I hate tac sprint. I think a lot of people do. It's just pointless, it's irrelevant, it's dumb. Get rid of that, then we've got Omni movement, but with just normal sprinting. Okay, it's a little bit better, a bit more tolerable. However, is that going to be the case? I don't know. Tomorrow's meant to be the day that we find out more about the game with the reveal or whatever it's going to be that we find out. Could be another teaser, trailer, whatever. So we're going to be keeping eyes on for that. But this is the juicy part, right? This is the juicy part. If they are so set on changing it at the last second because the community went bad, let's just say that that's the reality of the world, right? And that's a situation. Why on earth would you then decide to go with the Omni movement that you've already got, call it an evolution, and tie it in with the game that's pretty much the biggest failure of all time at this point, Black Ops 6? They can't afford, they literally cannot afford, okay, to have another flop like this game. They physically cannot afford it, because, one, I mean, okay, money-wise, yeah, they can, but you get my point. They can't afford to go down that road of having another game that is so dire that the fan base completely give up on it. Because, like I said earlier in the year, Black Ops 6 does not feel like a Treyarch game. It feels like they gave up. They feel like it's just terrible. And in my opinion, I think this is what they've done. I said this months ago. You can go back and look at some of my earlier videos where I literally say that months and months and months ago, I was saying about when Modern Warfare 2 and 3 came out, it was like, oh, it's a new game. It literally wasn't. It was like DLC, but it was what Modern Warfare 2 should have been. It's like, oh yeah, this game's so great. When in reality, they were focusing on Modern Warfare 3 over Modern Warfare 2, clearly, because the difference was night and day. Is that the case again? I think it might be. I think they've marketed Black Ops 6 as, oh yeah, we've put so much into it, blah, blah, blah. Clearly not, because you've give up support and everything. And Black Ops 7 is the one that's going to have the most work done to it. If that's the case, we're probably going to get another cycle of what we had with Modern Warfare 2 and 3. But honestly, at this point, I'm just sick of the same thing. I don't want it to be in the Black Ops universe. I don't want it to be in the Modern Warfare universe. I'm kind of fed up with it now. Give me something new. Like, you know, one thing about when you think of some of the best-selling CODs of all time, or even ones that weren't that great selling, when you think of Ghosts, right? So it's in the top 10 sold of all time, and a lot of people didn't like it. But it sold well because it was different from Black Ops, and it was different from Modern Warfare. It was something new. We need something new, and they have no bloody... They don't pay the people enough, surely, or something, to come up with an idea that isn't in the same bloody franchise as Black Ops. So, I don't know. It's frustrating, to say the least, but at least now we have confirmation on what the movement is kind of going to be. We know there's no jetpacks, which sucks, and we know there's no wall running. So, I don't know, it is going to be interesting. I think over the next few days, it's going to be one of them where everyone's going to be talking about it, everyone's going to be keeping their eyes on it, trying to figure out what's going on where, and I wouldn't be surprised if over the next few weeks we really start getting more pushed about this. It is really early in the year as well, which is kind of mental, but I don't know. I feel like it's going to be interesting to get a lot more information about this game and see where they're really standing with it. But the point still remains, and I just want to clarify this, everyone needs to remember, none of the functional issues with the game, anti-cheat, skill-based damage, all that stuff it's still going to exist. Everyone needs to come to terms with that. So yes, the biggest problem is the maps suck with Black Ops 6. The gameplay is arse. You know, there's so many things wrong with the game. The hacker thing, them things. Some of it can be fixed. You know, good maps, good guns, things like this, things like that. Yeah, things like that can get fixed and it's good. But the actual core factors, the cheaters, the anti-cheat, you know, like that's still going to be there. So people need to understand going forward that yes, it's all good. Oh, we're getting a new COD and it looks great, sure, but you need to remember going in that it's not going to be good in comparison to 10 years ago when you knew a new game was coming out and it was safe to play and not get Dadbod77 hitting you with a 720 cross map with a pistol because he's walling, you know? So, I don't know. I'm going to wrap it up here. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. I am very curious to see what everyone thinks about, obviously, the new announcement of the system and the way they're going with it. So let me know in the comments and I will catch you in the next one.